Hey, it's me, Babe, back here for episode, was it 11? Perhaps 12? I believe it's 11, of Prototype. And now, if you have been paying attention to my upload schedule, you may realize that this video is coming out a week early. That's because I have something very important to do in the next episode, so I decided I'll just get this one out of the way. As you can assume by the title, this video is about level design. So I've been just making a level. That's all I've been doing, is making the level block out using the modeling tool and the cube grid tool within that tool. I believe there's a plugin you have to install, it's beta or whatever, and it is super simple. I think I should have some footage of me working on the basic design. And so, since there's not really a ton to talk about here except for how the level actually is, I'm going to talk about my level design philosophy, I suppose. So each level is going to be split up into like a few different sections, and each section can have a different theme or sub-theme, I guess, within the theme of the level. So the theme of this level is kind of vague. The first half is just kind of a place, and the second half is a place but destroyed. And you'll see why in the future. So I may be a quarter or a third through the level at this point. I don't know how long I want it to be. It takes like 3 minutes-ish, I think. Probably a little bit more. And that's with getting all the like items and killing all the enemies and stuff. So if you were to just zip through, it probably could take you like a minute to get through. So I don't know if I want these levels to be shorter or if I want them to be longer. There's going to be 13 in total. So I think 13. It can't be 7. I'm pretty sure there's 13. There's 13 levels. So if they're each 3 minutes long, or if we just double that, we say 6. 13 times 6 is, let's just do some mental math here. Probably somewhere around an hour, a little over an hour, maybe like an hour and a half-ish, max. And that's for like 100%, getting all the secrets and killing all the enemies and stuff, which most people probably aren't going to do. So if we just were to go with the level I have right now and copy-paste that 13 times, you're looking at probably around 45 minutes to an hour of gameplay on average. But we're gonna try to get that a bit higher. And as we go along. Anyways, I got a bit distracted there. So the level split up into 3 different sections, which is mostly just thematic, decorative. It doesn't really want to have too much of an effect on gameplay. I've talked probably in a couple of videos about how I'm going to teach the player how to do stuff, but I've kind of reached the point where they should know how to do everything, and so now they're going to be kind of presented with a bit of a test a little bit, and then you can get into just the game. And so, spoilers for the first level, I guess, if you don't want spoilers, I guess. But it starts off in like a hub area, but you quickly just jump out of that area and go into a sort of like maintenance / storage facility. So there's a lot of rooms with crates and then just random stuff they're not meant to see. There's the big crevice or big hole with a fan that I mentioned earlier, or in the last episode or whatever. And then there's a few rooms with a bunch of crates. There's a server room, which is new. And then you go through a little vent maze, which is kind of fun. You can shoot some of the vents. So if you ever play the game, know that you can shoot the vents. And then you have to jump over the fan again, but just there's a ceiling right there, so it's a bit of a harder jump. Although I failed it once, and I've jumped over it probably 20 times in testing. So it's pretty easy still. Just a bit harder than the one down at the bottom, because you can't do the double jump. You have to gain some momentum, jump, and then dash to get across. And then there's like a bit of an office area over there. I'm not really sure what that area is meant to be, but I think I'm going to put a secret in there somewhere, but I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. There are 3 secret rooms and 4 secrets total right now. I don't have any way of like keeping track of secrets or anything, but it's going to be like how the original Doom games do it, where it's a secret is revealed. Somewhat similar like that. I like that. And then you press a button, which you don't actually have to press anything. You just go up to it and then collide with it. So you just slam your whole body onto the button. It's a really big button, so that would make sense anyways. And then you have to go back, which I need a better way to communicate it. Right now there's just temporary text that says open, but that's gonna change. So I might do like a cutscene that shows the door opening. But that's pretty simple. I just took the door open sequence. I made a new door, and whenever I do this in a level, I'm gonna have to create a new door character. Like what characters? I don't remember. blueprint. That's what I was looking for. And call it like lock door B or whatever. And then I can just reuse those in different levels or whatever. But so essentially I just copy pasted the door and then like the normal door, and then I made it so you can't open it. I can't remember if I removed the collision box or not, but I just took away the script that says, when the player collides with the door, then open it. And then I made it so when the player collides with the button, it goes to all the doors that are locked door A or whatever, and then it opens them. So I'd have to have like 2 buttons or a door and a button every time I want to have a locked door. They have to press a button to open, which luckily there shouldn't be too many per level, maybe like 3 or 4 max. But this one's probably gonna have, like 1 more probably, maybe 2 more. We'll see. At least 1 more, but probably 2. Because there's a secret room that'll open with a secret button. Although that might end up opening 2 doors, one of them secret, one of them. Anyways. So then you have to go back through, and then you go back into the hub area, which is just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of rooms. And then after that, I think you're going to go into a sort of, not residential area, but sort of like living quarters type thing, like lounge area. And then there's going to be a big open area, kind of like a mall or a train station type thing. That's kind of what I was going with when I designed this part of the level. It's going to be like the biggest battle in the level. I think each level is going to have 1 or maybe 2 main focal points. They're like probably big rooms with a big battle in them. Let me see if I can give you an example. The next level is going to have a big open area with some spaceship landing platforms. And the level after that is going to have a big main room, like what's that level called in Doom? Tricks and Trap or something like that? Where it's like the main room and there's a bunch of little doors that branch out. Something kind of like that, where you have to like go through one and then open a door and then go through another door. And so that's like the main area, big area that it'll be going through multiple times in that level. And so that's the main focus of that level. And so the main focus, so this one's going to be this big sort of, well, this is a main focal point. I guess there's not really a main one, but it's a big area. Anyways, so there's that. And then at some point, you're going to, so the goal of this level, the story, if you will, is you want to get out of this place. So you have to go to the security room to unlock the doors. Pretty simple. So you go, and then you press the button to open the doors, and then the security systems go off because of the storyline, and then they hit the facility with an orbital strike. Why would they do this? I don't know. But now, instead of being in this nice, clean, pristine facility, now it's really dark and only lit by like fire and stuff. So it's going to be super cool. And then there's going to be this one part where you have to jump down a big like laser like impact hole all the way down to the bottom, and you have to work your way back up. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then everything is just going to be destroyed after this point. And so originally it's going to be like one half is clean and one half's not, but I think I'm going to put it into 3 sections, so there's like a third of the levels, nice training, second half of the levels just kind of basic level but still clean, and then the third half of it, not half, the third of it, is going to be just destroyed and also pretty hard. So that's what I'm thinking for the first level. The second one is going to be much more linear, I guess. I'm kind of thinking of that one part, is it Operation Anchorage DLC, where you're going through the snowy canyon, and there's like different like buildings in the walls or something. You know what I'm talking about, probably. I kind of like that, so I think I might just pinch that idea, and then that area is going to end with a big final battle as you wait for your spaceship to land. And now, I don't know if you've been able, how much gameplay footage you'll have been seeing up to this point, but you may realize it is incredibly laggy. Up to this point, like in the test map or whatever, I'm getting a solid like 120 FPS max, and my monitor can only support up to 60 FPS, so I'm pretty good with it being like 100 FPS on average. On average in the level, you're getting between 30 and 40 FPS. Once you clear out all the enemies and stuff, you're still getting less than 50 FPS, which is, it's alright, but it's like how my old computer would handle Minecraft with shaders with the settings all the way down, which I guess that's not super impressive. It makes more sense for me rather than you probably. But if you go back and watch some of my older Minecraft videos, like Curse Minecraft build hacks or something. That's probably a decent example.
Hey, it's me, and today we're going to be looking at some cursed Minecraft stuff.
Or you could just like go to like a game and turn like the max FPS down to 40 or whatever. And then another change you probably have noticed is I added this little pixelated effect. I don't remember what the tutorial video is by, but I followed just a tutorial. And I actually learned two things from that video session. One is that you could use materials to create custom post-processing effects. And then two is from a different video that I'm not going to use any of the information from, that's kind of cool. It was the something about making realistic computer screens in the Unreal Engine. If I remember, I'll like point you in the direction of the video somehow, like the description or whatever, or maybe I'll just put them on screen, something like that. But I've learned that you can do a lot with materials. So far, I've just been putting like a just a, an image into the thing, or sometimes a mist of color. And now you can do like you can make it more like rough or smooth or shiny or whatever. But I don't really want to mess with that. But you can do that. But you can like make them like move around. You can make them be interacted with. You can give them like layered effects and stuff. It's just really cool. I'll have to look into that at some point. If I do more game development in Unreal Engine, I'll have to try something with those little thingies at some point. Anyways, I think that is a good stopping point for this video, and I will see you, honestly, probably next week, where we are going to tackle optimization.